Hey Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking on Captain Clive's MTG. We're back for some more Karlov Manor play boosters. Today's topic of discussion as we open is probably going to be something that's going to be a little old by the time you see this video, but I really wanted to give it some time to simmer so we really knew what was going to go on and what was going to happen. At least to the point of me being comfortable talking about it by the time I film the video. So, before we get started with all that, that's an uncommon. Don't forget, comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. All the links are in the description to all the stores where you can buy the cards and help support the channel. Also, we're on Rumble. Check us out over there. Don't forget as well, you can just subscribe and hit the like button, watch the videos, and that'll be good enough to keep me going, at least for a little while. You know, a little peer pressure never hurt anybody. Well, we'll just leave it at that. Anyhow, topic of the day, Hasbro selling D&D. Now, it laid to rest, that's a shitty list card. Promise I will not go on a list tangent right now. Anyway, what the? Wow! Look at the. Look at the bend on that. You can see it. Wow, that's BS. Anyway, so news came out and died rather quickly. Ooh, nice signature. About Hasbro wanting to foil rare, wanting to sell D&D. To, I think it was 10 cent. And everybody was all up in arms and blah, blah, blah. They were going to separate, you know, it would be separated from Wizards of the Coast. Ooh, Quake Mole, very nice for Mythic. All that good jazz. So, I think the first thing I'd like to say is, on the topic of selling D&D, how do I feel about it? So, first off, I think it would probably be the best for everyone if D&D was sold away from Hasbro. They've already made a lot of poor market choices with D&D, and they're trying to over-monetize it like it's some kind of loot box system like you have on video games, which it's Hasbro. What do you expect? So in the grand scheme of things, I would not be... we'll say upset if they said they wanted to sell or did sell. I honestly wouldn't even care if it was not in Wizards of the Coast anymore. I just always feel D&D should have been something different and separated. And I'm just not really happy with the direction they're taking it. Hey, a Cavalier of Thorns. That's a decent mythic from the list. Wow, I didn't know it was actually in there. Who'd have thunk it? Anyway, so the grand scheme of things at this point, for me, D&D is in my heart. I've still got all my second edition books. I like playing second edition. I know everybody's like, oh, you play the new editions, but all it is the same game with different rules. And honestly, is that what we really need? D&D was great bringing out accessories and so forth, and they really should have just stayed doing that than trying to revamp the game system constantly. Just put out supplemental products, let people play the way they want because they're going to anyway. Because by not doing that and all the weird changes they've made, they've had people branch off like Pathfinder and everybody else, which has really hurt D&D in the grand scheme of things. Cryptic Coat's pretty good when it comes to not only their products but their profit. So yeah. So with all that being said, would I care if D&D got sold? Nope, don't give two craps. Wouldn't bother me in the least, and I'm kind of actually for it. Now, that being said, do I care who buys D&D? Very much so. I've heard a lot of bad things about, ooh, a signed card. That's a nice signature. I've heard a lot of bad things about 10 Cent, but I don't know a lot about them in particular, but... I guess that would matter to me. I don't want 10 Cent personally to own it. I'd like to see a American-born company own it, just because that's what it's always been to me, and I'm old, and yell at the sky, get off my yard. Anyway, that's just how I feel. But honestly, I think if a non-American company bought D&D, I really think it would tank the product, just because most people who play it, I don't think we'll say, take that well. Personal opinion. Now, move on to the last part of this topic. Do I think they'll actually sell D&D? Hell no. It's always possible, and I could be wrong, that they are going to sell D&D, and people talked about it for quite a while. But why do I think that they will never sell D&D? Well, that is real simple. It makes money. The biggest problem they had with it, and what they screwed up for the most part, was trying to generate more revenue than D&D could muster, therefore changing a lot of things. Ooh, a vein ripper. That made D&D what it is now. So yeah, they've already damaged the product, but at the end of the day, it still makes money. The only part about it doesn't make money is when they over-release their product or do some kind of weird print to oblivion bull crap, and that's really on them. At the end of the day, if they leave the product alone and just sell base sets and supplementals, I'm pretty sure we all can agree that D&D as a whole will make money and people will buy it. And in the portfolio of Hasbro and their products, one of the things they don't have a lot of is a stable product. Ooh, mythic, and 2 rares and a foil rare, mythic, and regular rare. Very nice. One of the things they don't have a lot of is products that generate money on a regular and yearly basis. All their stuff's one-hit wonders because it's board games and figurines, yada, yada, yada. D&D there's a good rare hit. Something that can, I guess you could say, stay on top of the game even without supplements and still make sales over the course of the years without many changes. So it makes them money. And Hasbro has a serious issue with having products that make them money. As in, their products don't. Wizards of the Coast, in general, which owns D&D, so it kind of lumps them all together. D&D, Magic, all that golden good shenanigans, shitty list card. Excuse me. Make them lots of money. Matter of fact, it pretty much supports the company. And to be fair, selling off D&D would only happen, foil rare, this thing, as of filming this video, has shot up to $20. So, these are the best hits. They're better than most mythics, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, because of that, if it wasn't for Hasbro owning Wizards of the Coast, Hasbro would actually have already went bankrupt and had to sell off many assets to stay afloat, and honestly would be a failed company. So selling off anything in the Wizards portfolio, including D&D, in my personal opinion, would be the most ridiculous and dumbest moves as a company they could possibly do. Now, with that being said, they have done a great job of fucking everything up they touch. So, is it possible they will sell it? Yes, very much so. Nice sign there. Because they are pretty much just ignorant to how to run their business and how to make money. It's actually pretty impressive how dumb they are. And some days, it's even quite remarkable, and I'm even impressed at their stupidity. So, mythic number 6. With that said, I still don't think they're going to sell it, because when all your products are failing, you want to sell off your failing products, not products that actually make you money. Shitty list card. Because selling off products that make you money and keeping products that doesn't just means that you will eventually fail. End of story. Hands down. That's just math. 2 + 2 = 4. Ooh, nice mythic. However, 2 - 2 = 0, and if you keep minusing, you're going to eventually be in the negatives, which eventually means you're going to close your business. So if you have 2 + 2 - 1, you are actually making money in the hole, what you should be getting rid of are other products. Wow, that's our 4th foil. It's the first time we've had that happen in a play box. You should be getting rid of products that actually suck and don't sell, or discontinuing them, which we actually see Hasbro doing right now. Discontinuing all their products and bringing back anything they can that had a good sale through the first time to try to milk any money out of it they can, because they are just desperate. So that's my input on the whole D&D sale. In a nutshell, not going to happen. And if it does, I'm not saying it couldn't possibly happen. If it does happen, it will just be another in a long list of piss poor moves by management from Hasbro. So this is a pretty good box. We actually hit 4 foil rares. That's unusual. Normally we hit about 3 or 2. 7 mythics. Again, just as many collector boosters. This felt like a great box. So, till next time, be kind. Hope to see you across the game table. Later, player. Did I breathe during that video? Holy shit.